All right, so your show is finished. You're done with your camera and you're ready to break it down. First things first, before I walk away from any camera, I always want to make sure that I lock my camera down. So that center pin right here on your tripod head, you want to slide that to the center. And we're also going to lock down both of these locks here on the pan and tilt locks, okay? So I'm ready to take apart the camera. I'm going to do everything the opposite in which I did it before to set it up. So I'm going to take apart my focus outlet, my servo here, and I'm going to disconnect both of those from the lens. And I'm going to disconnect them from the arms of the tripod as well. You can turn both knobs just to loosen it up, and it should pull up like that. I'm going to even everything out here. I'm going to take apart my focus controller. Remember, the focus controller goes in the back left corner of the case. I'm going to take my, whatever you want to call that, cable, and lay it across the top there. And then my servo here. And that goes on the right side of the camera case. And then I always want to make sure I wrap all my cables inside of the camera case, because what you don't want is you don't want to shut the camera case and have cables on the outside. That's how cables get destroyed, and that gets very expensive for us. Again, for the headset, I'm going to disconnect that. The headset goes in the back right corner of the case. Again, tuck in all the cables, make it nice and pretty. Viewfinder unplugs from there. And then there's two knobs right here on the outside of the viewfinder. Push those in and the viewfinder should slide right off. I'm going to take the plate and I'm going to turn it towards the center. I'm going to take the sun visor off, lay that in the case. And for this cable, I usually wrap it around the outside of the viewfinder just to make sure it doesn't catch on the outside of the case. And then my actual camera body, you'll see that there's a red switch right here. I'm going to pull that red switch out, slide the camera back, hold it from the top, lift up. And then I always want to make sure I put my lens cap back on. And then this just lays horizontally like this, straight down into the case. And then I usually put the sun visor, and if there is an eyepiece, you can actually put the eyepiece right here in between the body of the camera case, and then the sun visor just kind of sits in front of the tripod lens right here. Just like that. Last thing I want to take off is my plate, my tripod plate. So I'm going to loosen this main knob here, slide it back, push the knob on this side towards me, slide it right off, and this just lays in the camera case. Now I'm ready to close my camera case. I want to make sure I have all my components intact. Close the camera case, put on all 4 locks. Turn it upwards. It's ready to go back to the truck. Tripod case. You want to undo the 3 knobs, slide it down to the base, lock them back, fold up your spreaders like that. Take the string right here, sling it around the outside of the tripod, and lock it. That way it doesn't come out whenever you're putting it together. Fold the arms downward. Take your case, and you'll notice that inside the case it tells you which direction to put the head of the tripod. Just want to lay it that direction and close the case. And you're done. Everything's ready to carry back to the truck.